Yeah. Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ayan Antipurafi Zainiwala and I'm a level 1 student at Jahan School Islamabad campus. So today I'm here with new interview with Bevan. So our special guest is Bevan. So first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. So first of all, please introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay. Cool. Hi, I'm Bevan Bird. I am the founder of the Aliveness Movement, and I'm passionate about people returning to their self and living their most truest, authentic life that is deeply meaningful and fulfilling to them.
Okay, nice. So what inspired you to create the Aliveness movement?
That's a long story. Do you want a short one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Um, I went into surveying. I went into work like not seeing a lot of different options of what I could do, not having a lot of inspiring entrepreneurial role models, right? So later, I basically now, right, I've become someone who would be inspiring to my younger self, but that's skipping a whole lot.
Okay, nice. So can you tell us about your personal journey before becoming a founder?
Can you ask that question again?
Yes, my question is, can you tell us about your personal journey before becoming a founder?
Okay, absolutely. Uh, in 2010, I quit my surveying job for the first time. And the thing that I knew that I wanted to inspire people, and the thing that I did was helping local small businesses with their social media. And I basically ran out of money and credit within, I don't know, some number of months. So early 2011, I got evicted from the place that I was renting for about 10 years. And I felt bad about that, but my dad let me stay with him, and I experienced that like it's a great blessing. I felt loved, and he said I could stay as long as I wanted. So because of not having the pressure to make money right now, like this month, I could explore things, right? And I could be very true to myself. Later, I found out that the thing that inspired me most about my dad was that he was true to himself, right? Through the way that he lived his life. Um, I helped other people like connect with their inspiring future self and then make a portrait, like a painting using AI. We did a journey of that in 2023. And then in 2024, I basically got into a relationship which was not in alignment. And I learned a lot from this. And that got me to a very low point. So that was my dark night of the soul, like in late 2024. And so then I had to really return to myself. I realized that I was believing things about myself that other people told me that weren't true. And that wasn't the first time that it happened, right? This was just when it I got so far out of alignment, right? And like so away from living my truth and speaking my truth, for one thing, that it became so obvious. And also, so this time I believed something that other people said, but that had been going on for decades, right? So this thing was kind of like a tower moment. And then I returned to myself and I um, really clarified my psychology or like my philosophy. And I refined what I was offering to people. And I did that multiple times. And that has led to what we do. Like I believe that we have to create environments where people feel safe and which where their true aliveness will emerge. And that's what I do.
Okay, that's nice. So you mentioned experiences dark night of the soul. So what was that experience like?
Oh yeah. It's quite painful. It's emotionally painful to go through. Uh, feeling very low, like feeling bad about myself and having no energy and feeling like I didn't have anything left and doubting myself even. That's why I said I later, oh, like gradually, I realized, oh, I believe this lie about myself. I believe this lie, right? It's like peeling it all away and coming back to the self and then becoming joyful again. Like throughout 2025, I was practicing the joys of creating, which is something I created. It's like making AI art and other things using AI, making things for fun, right? And so a whole bunch of things have emerged from that. Like there's a children's book, which could be a series in the making, for example, and it's quite inspiring. The many different art styles and things, art shows, evolving art sequences, and stories and rhymes and all kinds of stuff. Just like a creative rebirth, and also rising from a dark night of the soul is like it's like rising up again like a phoenix, which is what I help people do. There's, yeah, there's actually more that I wanted to share, but my notes are not here. I have some of them right here, just not the very latest. But yeah, um, what's the next question?
Okay. So my next question to you is, what does the word aliveness mean to you?
Okay, I'm just gonna go straight to my philosophy document for that. And if you, I don't know if you can hear voices in the background. Let me know if you can, because if so, I'll just close my windows.
No, sir.
Okay, Zoom is filtering it then. That's fine. Good. Okay, so aliveness, that's what we experience when we live in increasing alignment with our deepest truth. It expresses itself through authenticity, peace, creativity, wonder, meaningful relationships, joyful participation in life, and generous contribution. Aliveness cannot be manufactured. It naturally emerges as people return to themselves. And this process continues to evolve like a spiral. You can see spirals in nature, in galaxies, and shells, and fractals as well, right? Ferns and things like that. So this same kind of shape is there, like a kind of a fractal, a spiral, and also a torus shape. Like everything is a torus, consciousness is a torus, energy is flowing inside that thing, kind of like a donut shape. There's energy flowing in it, and that's happening everywhere, and it's all alive.
Okay, nice. So my next question to you is, what does living authentically real mean?
Just a moment. Yeah, just hold on a moment. I'm going to close two windows because even if you can't hear it, it's distracting for me. Just neighbors. Just a moment, okay?
Okay, sir, don't worry.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. Thanks for your patience. What did I
Welcome,
miss?
welcome, sir. Okay. So my next question is, what does living authentically really mean?
Living intentionally. Okay, well, you have to ask yourself what your intention is. It's like not living just by default or autopilot. It's pausing and seeing what your intention is, or what do you desire.
Okay. So my next question to you is, why do so many people struggle to be their authentic selves?
Okay. Through fear, limiting beliefs, like programming and conditioning, and also expectations from others. Oh, and like when I said programming and conditioning, right? I mean, it can happen in ourself too. Say something happens to us that's traumatic in childhood, or even anything. It doesn't have to seem to be a big thing. It can look like a little thing, but we interpret it, right? We're always interpreting what happens by the way we look at it, right? Our perspective. So we make a meaning out of it, and then we probably believe that meaning, and it can get established in our subconscious mind. Then we keep living from that belief. So it creates a pattern. But I do help people break those. I help them clear those out, which is important because otherwise you just keep living with the same pattern. Another example of this is like maybe we learn to be a certain way in order to get love from our parents. So then that became like a survival strategy and a way of being that may not serve us to our highest good, like in our current situation, like where we are now. So we have to release those things. And I help people do that in private work.
Okay. So, sir, how can someone begin reconnecting with who they truly are?
Okay. Um, having solitude is one way, right? Being by yourself so that you're in your own energy, not in others, um, and not being distracted. So having solitude, if you can go and do that in nature, it's the best. And stillness, and it doesn't have to be totally silence because you can like hear what's happening in nature. Like I was sitting at the lake yesterday here, Kootenay Lake. I'm in Nelson, BC, Canada, and you could hear the geese making sounds. At one point, I was like inspired to film them because they got into the water and then they were starting to drift out into the lake a little bit. And that means they would go towards where the sun reflects on the water, on the waves, which makes a magical kind of sparkle pattern, which moves. So I figured that they'll go there, they'll go out towards there again, like I've seen before. And in the wake that they leave, which is like a V shape behind them, that wake will create sparkling patterns on it, right? Like since I know that it's going to happen because I've seen it before in other places. So then I started filming them and made that, like I recorded that. People like that video that I put up yesterday from the park. But anyway, today I did take a screenshot from it, and it wasn't the first thing that I made art from. I was already in the flow of creating some art because I was lying down earlier and listening to some kind of thing. Like I believe I listened to a grounding meditation, right? And it's an energy clearing. So releasing other people's energy, calling your energy back, grounding in the earth, connecting with the divine light. Like that connects into you and you go and it grounds into the earth and also clears everything away from you and makes a strong bubble. So anyway, I just like gone through that recording that I use at least daily. Um, and then I got this idea, and then I just acted on it right away, like I did on July 7th, 2023, when I created the dragon. That's the story that's told in the first issue of my newsletter. So anyway, I did that, and the idea was to use a photo that I took on the way back from work. No, not from work, from kind of from work. I walked back. I had taken this picture of a flower in an alleyway, and it's like kind of in the dark. It's in the shade from trees, but there's also sunlight hitting the flowers. So the flowers are lit up more, but behind them is ivy, which is in the shade. There's ivy on a fence or on a concrete wall. So I had taken some photos of that. So the inspired idea was put in that image as an image prompt in Midjourney and use style references from other people's art that was inspiring because I something that I'd seen and I curated and had shared with my audience, right? Just by easily sharing it, right? So I used that as a style. I used another one too that I'd liked before, and the idea was also to combine the styles. It's an experiment and just see what happens. I'd like to ask them if it's okay with them, and I'm going to do that as well. And so I thought also, so you start to make the art and it evolves, and then I take out those style references as well. Like see what you make, and then start to mix things together. Well, if you want to mix this with that, like evolving the styles. So you're making something that's different than what you had put in, but those things are influences on the process.
Oh,
Can you remind me what your question was? Because it's not like the best way to answer, but I told you a story from my life.
okay.
So
So,
I still would answer the question, but I want to be refreshed on the way that you asked it.
Okay. So, sir, my next question to you is, what daily habits help you stay connect with yourself?
Uh, oh, I wanted you to repeat the same question, the one that
Yes,
you just asked me. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
What daily habits help you stay connect with yourself?
Okay. I mean the one before, the one that you asked, which I then answered mostly with a story. Yeah, can you re-ask the one from before?
Uh, can I ask again question?
Oh, okay. It was the one just before. I believe you were saying, how can people return to their self or return to their authentic self or something?
Okay, okay, nice.
Was that it?
So, yes. So, what quality makes a great leader?
Oh, you're going ahead. Okay. Um, that's fine. Because in what I told, I did reveal some things and whatever. Like you can always dig more into it. Okay, so leadership. What makes a great leader? Um, knowing who you are and what you stand for, and being true to yourself, the integrity. So what you believe, what you say, and what you do, being in alignment.
Oh, okay. So, my next question to you is, could you tell us more about the Aliveness movement?
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm bringing the community together right now. One way of doing that is these interviews, and this is also practice for going in front of larger audiences. Um, uh, about the aliveness movement. Okay, so what we want to do is to change the world so that by default, people look into who they are and what their gifts are and what they care about, and they make their lives about that, right? Like they live their calling instead of doing something maybe from the past or what other people expect, because it's not fulfilling, at least to me, to do something that other people expect of you for your life, but rather from within what you care about and what comes naturally to you, which is your gifts. So that's what we're doing. And I'm starting these group Zoom sessions, which are only for people in the community. The community is free to join though, right? But these sessions there is an investment to them. However, it's at at a price of your choosing each session, right? So it's a la carte. Come to a session if you like. You don't have to come all of them. Come to ones that are at the time works for you, right? And in those, we're practicing aliveness and we're practically returning to ourselves. Like I guide people through processes to return to their self. And also I'm helping them to see what their gifts are and see their self in a different way and literally come alive, like connect with God within and like they come alive right in front of everyone else, right? So we do that together in a group.
Okay, sir, I also join your Zoom session.
Oh, ask that again. I didn't understand. Please.
Yes, I say that I also join your community, your Zoom class. Okay,
Okay, you would like to?
yes, yes.
Great. Well, okay, welcome to my community, the aliveness community and this movement. Yeah,
Okay, thanks.
I look forward to getting to know you better, which we will do very soon.
Okay. So, sir,
Awesome.
first question is, what kind of people usually join your community, your Zoom sessions?
Okay. Oh no, it's brand new. I have done other things in the past, so I can't answer that about this because it's a vision, right? I have a clear vision. I have refined it, so I know who it is meant to be for. Yeah. A few people have joined the community so far. One of them is a master healer, and this person I've been trading with. We've been trading sessions with each other of the things that we are trained in, right? And we're both getting amazing results in our lives. Um, yeah, it's for people who may have, like, I'll just say ideally, right? People that have gone through a dark night of the soul, like they could be at a low point or they were in a low point and they want to rise again. They want to live true to their self. They want to use their gifts They want to do something meaningful, but maybe they aren't super clear on what that is, and that's totally fine.
Okay. So, sir, what exciting project are you currently working on?
Oh yeah, exactly this. These group Zooms, which we will do as soon as we have enough people to do one. You might be, when we start, when we do one, I only need one person to start it. It doesn't need to be a big group. There's already someone who joined. I mentioned that master teacher and healer. Um, yeah, so it just depends on schedules, right?
Okay. So, sir, do you currently offer internship or volunteer opportunity for student and young professionals?
Mhm. Sorry, just say it again a little bit slower. I didn't understand it.
Yes, my question is, do you currently offer internships or volunteer opportunities for students and young professionals?
Hmm. Potentially. Yeah, potentially we can talk about it.
Okay.
Mhm. One of the, I believe Asma told me this. She interviewed me recently, that she asked if I would like some interns, and I will, the way that I start is I will ask you the same questions that I do with someone in those group sessions that I've talked about, to get to know you and like what inspires you and your gifts and things, like at least to start on that process, so that I can see what you're very inspired to do, and like what would be a meaningful contribution to the movement that you would like to make, right? That you're intrinsically motivated to do,
Oh,
right? Or inspired from within.
okay. Right. So, sir, my last question to you is finally, where can people connect with you and learn more about your work?
Okay. Through my Facebook profile, which is linked here, and the website coming soon. There is the alivenesspath.com. So if you're seeing this in the future, you can go to that website also. So start with my profile, and then from there, the links will be obvious. And if it's not obvious to you, right, then send me a message, right? Just ask me any question. I'll respond to you like as soon as I have a chance to, but
Okay.
not immediately, right? Don't expect immediate responses. But yeah, either me or someone helping me will respond to you as soon as we can.
Okay, sir. So we will just all about today interview with Bevan. I hope you like it this interview. So see you another interview, another session. Till then, love is Pakistan Zindabad. And thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Yeah, very well done. That was a great interview.